So we're here today to honor Professor Fields for her ExCEL Reward. I'm going to go ahead and start with a bio and a brief layout of Professor Fields. So she supports this school in so many ways. She is an ELA teacher, our department chair, our ESS coordinator, adolescent literacy model leader, racial equity committee member, JCTA rep, ALT SBDM member, a member of our 50/50 committee, our interim academic instructional coach, outside of school, a reverend, a chef, and probably 100 other hats as well. She has served Iroquois High School for over 20 years. She has had two children graduate from our school, and one is a valedictorian, 6 godchildren, and countless other students who have called her mom. I've had the pleasure of working with many teachers over the years, but Professor Fields will be one that I will hold in my heart well past retirement. She is an absolutely tireless professional, to the point where many times we have to ask her, "Are you sure you want to add this new thing to your plate?" She is a staunch advocate for her profession, serving on the JCTA board and as a building rep for many years. She is an impeccable teacher, truly understanding the impetus of our mission and possessing the skills to see it to fruition with each student that she works with. Her passion for equity and educating every student that walks through our doors is a hallmark of her practice. She serves as an educator for her peers in matters of equity and lives a life with equity as a foundation of her as a person. She exemplifies believing in the potential and the greatness of all students that she encounters. But most importantly, she is a genuinely kind person. She asks you how you are doing, how she can help, and if you're taking care of yourself. This comes from a place of giving and a belief in the importance of those around her. She is truly a great educator and a great person to work with. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Hunter, her Academy Assistant Principal.
My name is Monica Hunter, and like Dr. Folk said, I am the Academy Assistant Principal for the Academy that Professor Fields serves. So I love working with her, and she has been a breath of fresh air. I'm not going to sing all of her accolades because we gave the staff the opportunity to do that. And so we pulled some from those that wanted to express their appreciation. And so I'm going to give you all some words from our staff. Thank you for your dedication to the students and staff at Iroquois High School. With the various hats that you wear interchangeably, you are flawless in your compassionate and giving nature. You are a true example of servitude. I am so glad to learn under you what is to be a phenomenal educator. And that's from Ms. Kelly. Professor Fields has great relationships with her students while they are in high school and long after they have graduated. In addition, I know that I can always count on her to know the answer to questions about the contract and other union questions. Ms. Williams. Professor Fields is the backbone of Iroquois High School. She not only inspires students and teachers to be better academically, she inspires us to be better people. Thank you, Aletha. Mr. Hudson. Aletha has what seems to be an endless supply of positivity and support. She is an amazing educator, department chair, and coworker/friend. And her dedication to our students doesn't just stop at the classroom door with those students. It extends out to all of us who work with her as professionals and makes us feel like champions who can change the world. I am so lucky to work alongside of her and truly appreciate her expertise. Ms. Oxshire. Ms. Fields has set the example for dedication and love for her students. Since my first year here at Iroquois, she has always supported me and reached out to help in any way she could. She always listened to me and helped me understand better what was expected of me. She has always been the example I try to follow. There is so much I have learned from her. May blessings keep showering over you. Ms. Cabrera. Professor Fields, your influence at Iroquois and in the community is far-reaching. Poet, scholar, mentor, and so much more. Congratulations on this great honor. Much love, Kim Courtney. Here is mine. Professor Fields is a compassionate leader who is dedicated to her students and to encouraging individuals' voice to be heard. That's from Ms. Bertles. Professor Fields has been a mentor to me in so many ways. She has taught me patience and resilience in my teaching practice as well as in my own life. She is an inspiration to teachers and all humans alike. Ms. Thaler. Professor Fields is an outstanding teacher, mentor, and friend. When I was her student, she inspired me to find my voice through writing and dared me to share it with the world. She is a true example of love and strength in action, and I love working with her now. Congratulations, Professor Fields, and that's from Ms. Howard. And lastly, Professor Aletha Fields has made a tremendous impact on Iroquois alumni. Whenever a graduate returns, they never fail to express their profound appreciation and admiration for Professor Fields, and that's from Ms. Newman. Thank you, Professor Fields. Next, we'll hear from two of her current students. We have Jemiah Dope.
Hello.
And we have Noah Aletha.
Hey.
Okay, I always say it wrong. I'm so sorry. We're gonna hear from Jemiah first.
Yes, I came here today to speak about my teacher, Miss Fields, not only at how much she inspires me to be as hardworking as her, as to be as driven as her, but also to always go after my education, to always strengthen my mind and test what I can do for my community and for my people. And she's constantly an inspiration and a reminder of how I can do more. So I appreciate her for that. And I also appreciate her for just always being somebody that I can talk to, no matter what, about anything. My father passed recently, and she was like one of the main people to help me with that. And she just always there for me, even if it isn't her class. I don't even have her class this year, and I'm always in there. So she's a friend more than just a teacher. And thank you, Ms. Fields.
All right.
Alrighty, so we all know, Ms. Fields, you are the best here at Iroquois. Your room for me is always like a safe place to go during school. If I ever just need to like let go, relax, anything, I know I can come to you and express how I'm feeling. You can talk to me about that. You are my English teacher, but you're not only my English teacher, you're literally my life teacher. Like, you give me life advice on everything that I need. I know if I have a question, I want an honest answer back, I go to you about it. You push me to keep coming to school, get better grades, further my education. I look at you and I want to be like that. I want to be everybody's friend. I want to be inspirational. And Miss Fields, you're amazing. You are truly, truly amazing.
We love you, Miss Fields.
We love you, Miss Fields.
Now we'll hear from one of her former students, Mr. Rattler.
Professor Fields, but to me, it's Mama Fields. I met this lady my senior year, and I told her, I don't know why you talking to me, because I ain't going to last in this school. At the time, I was probably one of the worst kids in JCPS. She looked at me and she said, the devil is lying. You're going to be great. And ever since then, it's been history from my Mama Fields. Listen, thank you. I know they're giving you your flowers now, but I've been telling you for the past 10 years, I love you and I appreciate you. I tell people, I told the world, that lady saved my life. I was asked by Miss Hunter, she said, what makes Mama Fields, Professor Fields special? And my response was, she allows you to be yourself. She doesn't silence you. She shows you that there's a way that you can say and express exactly how you feel. She makes sure that your voice matters. She empowers you to be the best you can be. She is honest. She lets you know that life will throw some blows at you. She also makes sure you are equipped with the tools to overcome anything that life may throw at you. She loves you while you're in her room and when you leave. When you are at your lowest, you know who you can call. She starts as Professor Fields, but by the time you leave her room the senior year, she is Mama Fields. The love is different. No matter who you are, where you're from, she can connect to you and install in you. I love you. I thank you. I thank you for every opportunity. I was once named the worst kid in JCPS, and then I'm a 21st century administrator here at Iroquois, and it's amazing that I can see you every day. I can hug you every day. I'm beyond blessed. You told me 10 years ago the guy was preparing a table at Iroquois, and little did I know what you meant. Now, 10 years later, I'm here. So I love you, and I thank you. I ain't even an emotional type, and you'll make me cry because it ain't enough I can say to just say thank you for who you are to me, who you are to every kid. To this day, all my peers, it's one thing that we all got in common. We love us some Mama Fields. So I love you and I thank you for being there when nobody else was there and for loving us when nobody else would. And I appreciate you for that. I owe you my life.
It is. Thank you, Mr. Rattler. They're over here about to get teary-eyed.
That was so sweet.
So last week, I believe Mr. Nichols came down the hallway with something he made, and I don't even think he knew I was paying attention, but he said he had to make something for all the mothers in his life. And so I went to Professor Fields later on. I said, well, what was it? So she showed me this beautiful flower that probably weighed 10 pounds. I was like, oh my gosh. But it was super heavy, but it was wonderful to see that the staff wants to give Professor Fields her flowers right now. And that's even before the ExCEL Award. So Mr. Nichols is going to represent our current staff and how much they appreciate Professor Fields. Mr. Nichols.
Hey, Professor Fields. I wanted to write something, and my wife, Cindy, as soon as she found out and I told her that you had won this award, I think she said it better than what I could have, but she sent me a thing and she said, the things that I love about Aletha. And I find all of these things to be very true too. She has a heart of gold. She's patient, loving. She's kind. She has a comforting voice. Fights for what she believes in. She has a calming demeanor. She's welcoming. She's inclusive. She's encouraging. The pride and the personal responsibility that she takes in her job, and the fact that when you look on social media, her students or her kids still comment every day. They check in with her every day. They tell her about their accomplishments, and they take pride in their accomplishments. And we see that the works that they're doing, there's just no way that I could have said it better. I am going to say a couple other things though, because I want to talk about the impact that I feel she's had on myself and my students and our students. When I first came here, I was a ball of fire and I thought I knew everything. And I thought the more that I could speak, the more that I could talk, and the more that I could lecture, the more the students would learn. And having observed that calm demeanor that Professor Fields has, and how she listens more than she talks, and how students learn more from her listening than they do her talking, and her compassion, I've tried to emulate that as best as I can. I don't ever achieve the level that she has, and probably never will if I live to be 150. I will say that she makes us question ourselves as teachers every day and improve our instructional practices. We have to get better. We have to try to get to where she's at. She's been a strong union presence in this building and a strong community advocate. I've seen more students that have found a voice and have found a way to productively become advocates and to be those advocates and to be on the front lines than anybody else I know. And I am proud to call her my colleague, but I'm even more proud to call her my friend. And Aletha, you don't know the changes that you've made in me. And I've become what I think is a better person because of you. And I don't think you see that, but know it's there. And the person that I was before I came here, I am not now. And I have improved, I have grown, and I just thank you for that. And I'll shut up now.
We're going to watch a quick video of some of Professor Fields' interactions with her students, and then we're going to turn it over to Dr. Folk, who's going to take care of the rest of this, okay?
Thank you, Ms. Hunter. Pleasure to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Marty Polio, who has some words about Professor Fields.
Hey, Ms. Fields, thank you for having me today, and what an honor to be here with you today as we recognize our final of 6 ExCEL Award winners here in JCPS. And so that's an incredible thing to think about. We have 6 award winners and some 6,000 teachers. So that puts you in pretty rare company there as to being a fantastic and a great teacher. I've always, for many years, the ExCEL Awards to be the Teacher Hall of Fame in this area. And so you are now being inducted into that Hall of Fame. And it's quite an honor. There are just, from my career, I know the teachers that I've known have been the teachers that I just think are extremely special people and have impacted students' lives in such a great way. And each and every time I get the pleasure of going on these things, I wish we could be in person, but to go around and hear the fantastic things that each of these teachers do. And there's 2 things that I found that each teacher does that is an ExCEL. And it can be, there's so many different things, you know, it's elementary school, it's high school, middle school, different subject areas, different content areas, but they all have a couple things in common. Number 1 is they will do anything for kids and the school. I mean, there is no doubt about it, but I think you take the cake for the teacher who does the most I've ever heard for the school and additional things. My goodness. I mean, it took Dr. Folk a good 90 seconds just to read off all the things that you do for the school. So I'm wondering when you have time to do anything else like sleep or eat. But I think more than anything, Ms. Fields, that just shows your commitment to the kids at Iroquois High School, the years you've put in there. And I say I really do. I believe this, every interaction we have with a child is a chance to change a child's life. And so you're not only done it from 740 to 220, but with every interaction you've added and the things you've done. I don't know if there's a person in JCPS who's has been more willing to step up and just raise their hand and say, whatever the kids need in this school, I'm the person to do it. And that says so much about you. And the second thing I've noticed in all of our ExCEL Award winners, they're teacher leaders in the school. Like, you know, you can see whether it's professional development, whether it's PLCs, whether it's a building rep, whether it's just respected in, you know what, teachers want to follow your lead. That has been with all the ExCEL Award winners. And once again, you can just see when your colleagues talk about you, there is a deep respect. And so not only are you impacting kids through your interactions, you're impacting other adults who now can impact children in such a positive way. And so that is the amount of lives that you have touched and impacted in this community is almost immeasurable. And without a doubt, you deserve this award. And I am glad, it's probably years overdue bringing the ExCEL Award winner to you, but I'm glad that we are here. I want to thank LG&E KU for providing, you know, the sponsorship and support for this, as well as WHAS 11. You know, it's always such a great thing to be here and see teachers get honored like they should. And we should probably be giving 600 or 6,000 of these awards, but it is great to give awards to someone like you. And so, Ms. Fields, as superintendent of JCPS, it is my honor to be here with you. I wish I could give you the award I usually give in person, but I know you're going to get them all. But it's my honor to award you the 2021 ExCEL Award. So congratulations, Ms. Fields.
But thank you all so much for having me here with you today. My name is Haley Minogue. I work at WHAS 11. There's not really a lot that I can say that hasn't already been said. You have this amazing group of people that are here with you today, Ms. Fields. And I say this whenever we have JCPS teachers that we're presenting to, but I am so excited for my 2-year-old to be a JCPS student. I cannot wait. There are just so many amazing teachers within JCPS school system. And as a born and raised Louisvillian, it will be my pleasure to have teachers like you be a part of his life. So thank you so much for all you do, especially in such a tough year that we have had here with NTI and reading your in your submission packet. I saw that you've done a lot of work with students throughout of our racial reckoning here in Louisville. And I know that that's just as important to support them mentally and emotionally. You know, we are all about developing the full student. You can teach kids math and science all day long, but if they can't be good humans, it doesn't matter. And it sounds like you are doing everything you can to raise the best humans. I'm really excited to see what some of your students go on to do. Just chatting with a few of them here today, it's very clear that you've made a massive impact in their lives. And I have full faith that they are going to change the world. They're going to put Louisville on the map in all the right ways. And that's all we could really want, right? Yeah. So without further ado, I'm going to present to you your golden apple from WHAS 11. Thank you so very much for all you do for the community, for the school system. And I'll just have to give it to you virtually for now. So here it is. It's extremely heavy, so when it does show up, be careful. But thank you so much. Congratulations on your ExCEL Award. And now I'm going to go ahead and let Liz Pratt present the second part of your award. She is from LG&E and KU.
Good afternoon. As Haley said, I'm Liz Pratt, and on behalf of all employees at LG&E and KU, it is truly my honor and privilege to represent the company today and to recognize Professor Fields and the impact that you're having, you know, on your students, in your school, but for our community as a whole. You know, we've been a part of the ExCEL Awards for about 10 years, and truly it's just a great way to celebrate the incredible teachers that we have here in our community. And, you know, we do get an opportunity to review the nomination packets that come in. And, you know, it's so important that we have this opportunity to recognize all areas of education, but it's so inspiring to learn about the ways that you're using technology and innovation to really engage with your students. And there were a couple really impactful descriptions that were just so powerful that really stuck out to me. And a few that I wanted to share to make sure that they came to you as well is that she is intentional and she builds relationships with each of her students. And many of her students found their voices in her class. And that just says so much. So I just had to share those pieces of it, you know, those descriptors. And, you know, of course, as Haley said, just the love and the admiration and gratitude being expressed. You know, it's such my pleasure to be a part of these ceremonies and to recognize these exceptional teachers. So without any further ado as well, it's my pleasure and my honor to present you the other half of the ExCEL Award, which is an award of $1,000 that we know will be used towards your students and to help you further all of your initiatives that you're achieving there at Central High School. Or excuse me, Iroquois High School. Apologies, God, sorry about that. I was thinking of yesterday, I apologize.
Thank you, Ms. Pratt. As we conclude our ceremony today, Professor Fields, you don't have to, but if you'd like to, the floor is yours. If you have anything you'd like to say.
Well, thank you all so very much. I'm very humbled and I'm very grateful to receive this award. I may be one of the few teachers who've received the ExCEL Award whose student taught with the superintendent's mother. And so years and years ago, so she was my supervising teacher. So, but I would like to thank God and my family, my principal and his excellent team, all of my colleagues, my union, JCTA, and all of my students, past and present, for making me what I am today. I wouldn't be able to accept an award had I not been in award-winning companies. So I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much to my community also for your support.
Thank you, Professor Fields. That concludes our ceremony today. Thank you all for joining us and sharing this moment with Professor Fields and Iroquois High School.